Hi Leo, and welcome to your Tarot Video Scope 14 by Alma. This recording is for Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon. Please always listen for your Sun sign and for your Rising sign, as sometimes your messages show up for you through your Moon sign or even through your Rising sign. This will be a general reading. If you'd like to schedule a private consultation, please email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. You can also contact me through the website amalightworker.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. When you subscribe, you would allow me to take messages that could be important for you as well. For this reading today, I'm using a new deck of cards called the Egyptian Oracle deck right here, and I will be doing a 5-card tarot spread called the Key of Life. For the Vimeo videos, for those of you who are interested, if you click in the link down here below in the show more description box, in those videos, I will be passing on to you your Akashic Records messages, not only for this month of March, but also general messages about how the solar eclipse will affect you in the next 6 months. The solar eclipse happened in 6, and we're going to feel its effects in the next 3 to 6 months. I'm also going to pull a card in relation to that, general predictions, general advice about specifically for and also about things that could potentially happen as a result of this solar eclipse for you. And of course, I'm going to clear some energy. I'm going to clear all everything that could be influencing you in a negative way during this month of 17. So again, the link for that is down here below. Let's now focus on this reading today for you, Leo. The general feelings that I am picking up, they have to do with some unpredicted news or unpredicted turn of events that somehow shifts and changes your luck for the better, and new doors open up for you, new love, or being in touch with new people, new horizons, so new things, something shifts for the better. So let's break it down one by one. The first card that I wanted to show up for you in the position of what's the root cause of this, what happened in the past that could potentially be still affecting you in your current situation or for your future. You have the Two of Spades, and this is the name of the card is Old Woman Worshipping God Sobek. So the card depicts an elderly woman, but she's also an accomplished woman. For the general purposes of this reading, so this card doesn't necessarily represent only a woman. If you are a woman, this also represents a man. So someone who is either wiser due to the work experience that you have or due to life experience that you have, but generally someone who feels accomplished about at least one thing in your life. This is also a card that speaks about sometimes your conservative and traditional mindset may get in the way, and you may be in the process of adapting, transitioning, being more open to new ideas, because some of the old way of doing things, your traditional mindset, needs to be updated, or you need to abandon something that is outdated, outmodeled, that is just not working for you anymore. This card also represents something that someone that you trust. Could be an older woman, could be a trusted friend, could be a mother, could be another relative, but it is something that tells, it also comes with an advice. Do not blindly believe everything or follow a leader. Always look for an alternative path, an alternative solution, another explanation. So, and it also means that you will now be able to reap the rewards of something that you have worked for in the past. For some of you, I feel like in the recent couple of years, you had to go through some major transition. It also feels that some of you had to quit something for the sake of sacrifice. Maybe you quitted your studies and you never completed. Maybe you left a career or a job in order for you to raise your children. Some of you had to leave your family of origin. Maybe you moved in a different country. Um, some of you had some major issues with old friendships, so you are still maybe emotionally trying to um, hang on to your true sense and hang on to a certain sense of connecting or finding people to connect that to you there will feel like they just want to be with you without having an ulterior motive. So this could be anything. It could also be that some of you, maybe you are preparing to launch a new career, to launch a new website. Maybe you already have a website now, you are revamping that website, remodeling. Um, it feels like you are on the verge of some major breakthrough, launching something new. But it also feels that emotionally you still need to let go, or even mentally, of some old fears, old concerns, old resentment. I can give you a list of these feelings, but they're not going to apply to everybody. So this is something that already happened that is still influencing you in your current situation and is also influencing your future. This is also a very spiritual card. It feels to me like some of you are either going back to spirituality, maybe you are choosing a new way, a new path to feel this connected with spirit, to feel connected to the universe. You call it whatever you like to call it. And for some of you, I feel like maybe an old passion could be reawakened again. For some of you, maybe it's going to be a reawakening of this feeling of love. Maybe maybe it has been a long time for some of you when you really felt love or fall in love with someone. So for some of you, it's going to be this reawakening of this feeling. You may get to know someone new who's going to reawaken all kind of senses in you. I also feel that some other Leos are working on maybe toward your graduation, maybe toward boosting or launching a new career. You'll be working also, for your own soul growth and development. Other ones, you find yourself either in March or in the next 6 months taking a course, reading new material, learning new things. It feels like whatever this is, it is the kind of a training that it will immediately be applied in your life or in your line of work. So you could be upgrading your knowledge about whatever profession you have. For some of these trainings or courses, this could also be mandatory or required from, I don't know, your employer or the place of work. But whatever this is, it was meant to be from a karmic point. Whatever you are learning, whatever new things you are doing, this was the time for it to happen. It feels that some of you had a wish so long time ago, even maybe growing up, you had certain wishes. Or maybe you gave up on certain dreams, or maybe you haven't thought of these old desires of yours in such a long time. And then suddenly you feel like, oh my God, I always wanted this to happen. I always wanted to be doing, practice this profession or be doing other things. And I feel that there's an element of surprise here because suddenly something that you have forgotten that you wish for could just show up for you. And for some way, weird reason, it is shown to me by a surprise or a surprise package left in your door. So I don't know what this means. They could really be telling me that there's going to be a surprise package or a gift or some sort of surprises at your door, but generally they're trying to tell me that opportunity is knocking in your door. Some of you have some surprise job offers, you have some surprise traveling or possibility to travel, some sort of a surprise that is going to take your life in a whole new direction. And the card representing your current situation is the King of Spades. The name of the card is priest doing sacred rituals. So the meaning of the card, and I got this card a lot, even for other signs, of course, in different positions. The meaning of this card is rigor, balance, moral reason. If you have to deal with a quarrel or a struggle or a difficult situation, it is required of you to handle everything with kindness, with a lot of diplomacy. Also ask the help or the assistance of another third party that could serve as intermediary. This card represents someone who deals with the law, like an attorney. So you'll be hiring someone like this to go over certain situations, even if it is a new job contract. But it also represents a man of higher intelligence and a man of faith, of cloth, like a priest, a spiritual leader, a spiritual mentor. You are also, it could also represent sometimes your boss or your manager. And if you are your own boss, this could also be you. So it also comes with an advice. And it's kind of related to what I already said in the previous card. Always avoid following blindly authority. So let me focus and let me figure out why is it that this card showed up for you? What does this mean? I feel that for some of you, they are talking about what you prayed and what you wished about now is coming to fruition, now is coming to reality. They are talking about the abundance of your spirit, emotional abundance, feeling joy, feeling happy again, releasing an old burden, releasing some emotions that maybe even you weren't aware of, that you are still carrying around, this old energy, these old emotions. It's also a card that to me tells me that you are going to open your heart to someone. This be a new lover that you are going to naturally feel more safe. Therefore, you are going to be inclined to open up to them in a way that maybe you never did with previous relationships. This could also be true if you already are in a relationship. They're also talking about being given a new platform or an opportunity, a chance for you to speak up your truth, to showcase some sort of a talent, some sort of a work that you are doing, to show off your skill. It feels like God, the universe, the source, is going to work through you and with you, not only to make your life better, your wishes come through, but it feels that you also be the one facilitating certain situations and circumstance of some people around you. So again, it's like God is working through you. This is also a card that to me speaks about your own healing. Whatever this is, it doesn't feel like physical healing. It feels mostly like some sort of a huge boost to some emotional healing. And there also be talking about emotions, very, very old emotions, even, you know, how you felt about growing up. We all have some, and this is normal for everybody, we all have certain situations or something that affected us for the rest of your life, something that happened when we were children. And for some of you, this could be particularly a very important time for this emotional release to happen. They are saying that everything that you are working on, touching, creating, thinking about it, is that you're bringing that special power, and you have the ability here to turn rock into gold, to make it happen, to transform everything. So your life is transforming to something wonderful. But it's not like really you are going to understand this. It is in the hard time of the next 3 to 6 months that you are going to look back and you are going to see that in something shifted, something happened, and you are going to feel happier as a result, some sort of a big awakening of spirit and emotions. The next card that you have in the immediate future, you have the Three of Clubs, Journey, Great Traveler. So this is a card that means travel and great pleasant change. So not only signifies traveling, but it also signifies pleasant change. When this card shows up, it means that whatever your current situation is, that will be improved. But it is also a card that speaks about having a strategy. So strategy and planning is going to be very important as you are going through some changes. You have sudden job offers. If not in March, you have them, in the next 6 months. If you decide to take this job offer, again, careful around every little detail, every little planning. If you are right now dealing with any important documents, applications, maybe research, maybe even investigation. They are saying pay attention to every little detail, go over certain details, maybe put final touches. But for some of you, you are looking for a certain answer, or you are looking for a fact, or you are looking for an evidence. And this could be anything. You can also be dealing with scientific research, but you are looking for something. I am told that this something that you are looking for, it's right in front of your eyes. You already have the facts, you already have the evidence. You just need to put it together, or you just need to be more focused and look at everything from different angles, different perspectives. So what you are looking for is right in front of your eyes. For some of you, this card also represents moving. So you could be moving jobs. It could be moving homes. I'm not getting a great strong feeling about that. So the first feeling that I'm getting is around changing jobs and changing career. The way how you communicate with certain people will be changing. If your work is based on communication, uh, or communicative arts, or it's a major part of your work. So maybe you do advertisements, maybe you write, maybe you publish, maybe you're into editing, maybe you do vlogging, blogging, maybe you have a radio show, maybe you want to launch something similar. I feel that this card speaks mostly to you. So this will be possible, and you will be able to use more platforms. But you have to be careful about the words that you will use. You need to be very clear and very diplomatic. And you have to look at every little detail, especially if it involves you paying money or you getting paid. So they are also asking of you to go over even your old job contract, your old rental agreement, reimburse mortgage, I don't know, contracts that you have. So for some of you, I feel like you will go back and look into any financial agreements, financial contracts that you have very carefully, because something change here that is going to allow you to eventually make more money. I don't feel that this money, this extra money or more money is coming to you in March. I feel like you're doing something about it, signing documents, I don't know, maybe opening a case, even a legal case, and then eventually you are going to attract this more money as a result. You have to deal with unpredicted change. It feels like sort of low change in the area where you work. Maybe the company you work for are changing their laws and regulation. There could be some sort of a major law that maybe could be approved, and you need to adapt to some of these things, opportunities that are opening up. It feels like they're going to bring you to a better place, but again, you need to adapt and to some new situation. But they are also talking about you adapting and allowing a new group of people entering your life. This could be a community of people. This could be people that maybe you meet through some courses or classes that you are taking. They are also saying that you don't have to meet these people in person. Maybe you have interactions with them through the internet, social media, but you need to adapt to these new people in your life. And I also keep getting a new sense of kinship for you, solidarity, collaboration is the kind of friendships, business partnerships that you always wanted to have but did not know that this was still possible for you. So, and sometimes this card for general readings, the general purpose that comes with it is sometimes it is okay for you if you just decide to go for a walk without a final destination. Just walk and see in what place you are going to land. Sometimes it's okay if you just drive around for minutes without a destination in your mind. See where that is going to take you. You might end up noticing in new places, discovering new places that maybe you haven't been there before. Some of you will be granted some sort of a news. It could be a legal news. It could be a news coming to you from some government or government agencies that would enable you to legally start traveling to foreign countries or trading with foreign countries. Some of you would be in the process of meeting, or maybe you are at someone who maybe it's not of the same race, ethnicity, or the same country, and now you'll be dealing with government related agencies about having a legal marriage or legalizing a marriage. So it involves like two different countries, or even you'll be in the process of maybe, as a foreigner myself, I know that at some time you have to go through this process about coming up with some paperwork, because now you have a chance to have the passport of a certain country, like citizenship. So for some of you, you'll be in the process of doing that, and as a result, I see a future gathering with family and loved ones. So being able to legally travel for some of you. The next card that you have is the Two of Diamonds, and this is the message roll of a papyrus. This, when this card shows up, this means a positive news, a positive message. It also means that you are going to meet people, some people you already know, but you are also going to meet new people that are going to make you feel uplifted. They have positive news for you. They make you feel like you are loved, you are valued, you are appreciated. So they just make you feel good. You are going to be surrounded by people who do not have an ulterior motive about being with you. For some of you, I feel that this is a message of love. It could be you meeting this new person. It could also be, I also keep getting through this roll of papyrus. For some of you, this is a new job contract. Uh, some sort of a big news is on the way. This could also be an invitation to some important event, gala, marriage, festivities, gatherings. I also keep getting certifications and licenses. For some of you, this is a family certification or some documents that have to deal with the family DNA, family tree, things that happen in the family, and now you need some evidence of it. It could be, I don't know, the deed to a house. Maybe you are trying to find out who owned your home before you moved in. I keep getting that for some of you, you are going to study something new. This roll of papyrus is an actual book. Some of you are studying, training more with energy, with spirit. I also keep getting courses of geography, history, things that usually tourists do when they stop in certain areas and they know more about the history or the cultural aspect of any place that you'll be visiting. Some of you are preparing, and you could visit like a whole new side of the globe. So if you live in north, now you travel south, and you'll be, trying to prepare and get to know about the culture. Maybe you live in Australia, and now you're going to travel to Italy. So I keep getting like big oppositions this. This could happen in March. This could, as I said, this could also be inspired by the big solar eclipse, and you'll be doing so in the next 3 to 6 months. For some of you, you are revealing some information to the public. This could be revealing some important information about you, yourself, opening up to your family, and making some sort of a big announcements. Maybe you are going to finally put the final touches and publish that book. So you'll be dealing with images of promoting your book or your work. This is a declaration of love. I feel that you declare your love to someone. It could be in a spur of a moment. I don't feel that you are planning for it. It could also be that someone may be, revealing their feelings to you, how they feel about you. It could be even a boss, how they feel about the kind of work that you do, the quality of your work that you provide. It could be friends, and it could be that casual someone that pays you compliments, or maybe they declare their love to you. So let's see what happens. If you were waiting to hear for the results of something, it could be anything. I feel like finally you're going to get those results, like hearing back from a test that you took, a licensing test. So it's some sort of big news that you are waiting for. You didn't know when this was coming. Now maybe you get that news finally. It could also be reconnecting with some people from your past. That could be the good news. And the last final card that you have in the position of how to keep and maintain balance and possible outcome, you have the 10 of clubs. And the meaning of the card is lightness, butterfly, and a sleeping lion. So this card symbolizes and signifies you feeling uplifted, your spirit feeling lighter. But it is also a very sexual card. It talks about attraction, physical attraction. It talks about falling in love or just generally being drawn to someone else. So it's a card that also speaks about harmony and seduction between sexes or between different people. It is also another card that again symbolizes and signifies traveling. You could be traveling the world just like a butterfly, and this is a force that only a fool would mistake for villainy. You are now going to see who are going to be happy for your success, your achievement, your accomplishment, who's happy because you are happy. But it's also a card that is also associated in relation to temptation. You already be in a relationship, but maybe there is that one person that you may find yourself magnetically drawn to. So please be careful around that. Sometimes when this card shows up, it also signifies little white lies. How you react toward them, it's up to your free will, but you have to deal with a situation that maybe even you have to say some tiny white lies, not harmful. The advice associated with this card is that there is a chance in the future that due to everything that is happening, you feel crushed with happiness. So it is very important for you to remember that whatever is going on, because some of you will have to deal with some very emotional transformations, decisions, life-changing situations. So it's very important that even though some situations be hard, you still need to be diplomatic, you still need to react and remember to take it everything light. Don't let these feelings weigh you down. Sometimes this card talks about moderation. Everything that you do, it needs to be in more moderation. So it also talks about a health aspect to it. So for example, drink caffeine in moderation, sugar in moderation. So some of you need to go over maybe your diet or maybe some issues that you have with your health and figure out what is it that you need to change accordingly, so everything is in moderation. So the general meaning of it is finally balance and moderation, achieving a new state of balance and moderation. I'm now going to pass on to you your Akashic Records messages. So again, please like, share, and subscribe. For those of you feeling undecided about something or having a hard time making a decision, some things will surface to guide you to make this decision. You suddenly run into like a random TV program, and through that you get the information that is going to convince you to make a decision. It could be through a radio show, a pamphlet that maybe is lying around, a brochure. Maybe you're going to be in some sort of a training, and that's going to change everything. Of course, you'll be talking to someone about this, and that's going to help you to make a decision. So this is how this information will be available for you. This is how they're trying to help you to make some decisions. So it is very important that you do not ignore certain signs, and these signs feel like totally random or totally casual. Some of you need to make some travel arrangements or vacation plans. There also be business travel arrangements during this month of March. The solar eclipse, for some of you, is bringing to you a marriage and a wedding in the next 6 months. For other ones, it's going to bring you more media exposure, some sort of a success. Whatever you are working on, something is coming to fruition. So feeling accomplished, feeling fulfilled. Something comes to a fruition, a wish fulfillment. And most of you Leos will be given a chance to shine, to showcase your talents, your abilities, your skill, your expertise. Some of you will be launching a new website. You'll be broadcasting. You do something with the media, writing, speaking. Maybe something takes off on the internet, something that you are doing, posting, vlogging, etc. Maybe something takes off on the internet. Social media, be more interactions. Whatever you do in social media is going to get great coverage. So being seen, feeling seen over the course of the next 6 months. If you are waiting for a sign for something, there are some people who feel like the urge or the need to, like, I wish I had a sign in relation to something. Or maybe you are waiting for an opportunity to launch a new career. Maybe you were waiting for a sign or an opportunity to for a job offer. And they said that these signs will be clear to you over the course of the next 6 months, starting in March. Some of you deal with a custody hearing, or you deal with other arrangements on behalf of your children or for your children. Other Leos, you deal with other arrangements on behalf of your siblings. A reunion among you and siblings, among you and some family members and some relatives, would happen in the next 6 months. And for some of you, they are talking about you having some relatives or family members that maybe you did not know they existed, or maybe you were separated for different reasons in the past. Maybe you are looking for them, and now there's going to be a family union, a family reunion, or in a gathering of some sort. Many of you will be focused on the roots on which you are basing your beliefs, on the roots on which you are basing your job, your life, your faith, your religion, the roots that are the basis of your trust issues, your trust system, the roots on which you base the trust that you put on someone, even the trust that you put on yourself, the trust that you put on God, religion, faith, family, anything that is related to your family upbringing. The foundation of the very core of your life and existence. Take a new journey, a new direction, according to the highest plan that the universe has in store for you. Many of you will be channeling a new entity. This message is for those of you Leos who work with spirit. So many of you will channel now a new entity. Other channel, messages from spirit in a way that makes you feel creative, inspired, and you'll be feeling inspired and creative into doing anything. So everything that you are doing, creating, working on is going to feel inspired by the spirit. And as even your dreams, something that you dream about is going to be inspired by the spirit. And as a result, fame in anything that you do or dream about will be possible. Your fame and your reputation is on the rise. You will launch some sort of a new activity. It could be a new job, it could be a new show, it could be a new book, it could be a new website, it could be a new relationship, it could be new friendships. So the possibilities are endless, but you will be launching and doing several new things starting in March, going in the next 6 months. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Click on the link down here below. That's going to take you to the Vimeo videos when I'm clearing some of the blockages around your energy field. I'm opening up more cards, and of course, I'm going to give you more of your Akashic Records messages, and I'm also going to focus on the eclipse season that is going to influence you for the next 3 to 6 months. Contact me for a private reading at amalightworker@gmail.com. You also contact me through the website amalightworker.com. Thank you so much. Have a great month, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.